Hey guys, Jamie here, keeping it coy. Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new, welcome. I hope to earn your subscription today. So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at getting the last bit of pipe work sorted for the pond. Pretty confident I can get this finished today as I've worked it out, but we will have a look, see how far I get. Without further ado, I'll spin you around, take you outside and show you what I'm up to. Just before we do go outside, let me spin you around and show you the fishies. So yeah, it's gone a bit cloudy again in there. I'm just using the last bit of the Coppins Advanced food that I've been feeding, but the new Kahaku that I've got, he's still a bit shy, bless him. And I've just turned their light on, so they're all a bit skittish right now, but just my luck. As you all know, I picked him because of his awesome zigzag pattern. I don't know whether it's because he's in here or what, but it's already starting to fade. I don't know if you can quite make that out there because it's a bit cloudy and they're a bit fast, but yeah, it's all, his pattern is already starting to fade. So I may start just chucking these outside and see how they get on, but we will see. Cross that bridge when I come to it. Right, let's snap back to you when we're outside. But as you can see, I got an acer in the middle of my garden, and yeah, I've moved them from out the way there because I am trying to get my pipe work done. I spoke to a lot of you YouTubers the other night on Gary's live. Oh, speaking of the blue tits, Mummy and Daddy just gone in there, look. Might have missed them. They'll come out in a second. There's one, and there's two. So yeah, they're still being fed at the minute. But yeah, so showed a lot of you guys last night on the live chat that I've been struggling to get this sorted. But what I've done, I've cut a stupidly big hole in the back of my wall. I put the pipe together. Let me show you that actually. Yeah, put the pipe together because, as we all know, I've got no access down the side here, so all that bit is all glued together already. It's propped and wedged up on a couple of bricks at the minute, so that's pre-glued. Got 45 down there, and then obviously the SWEP 90 going in that hole. But because of the SWEP 90 and the other little bit of pipe that's glued in on the end of the SWEP 90, go back into the filter house. That bit, couldn't bloody fit it between the friggin' fence, could I? Should have glued that bit on after I'd poked it through the hole, but the clamps just to stop it falling back through the hole because it kept wanting to fall back through. Pump's in place, got a bag over the pump at the minute because I'm going to attempt to glue the next bit onto there, which is the T, and I don't want to drop any of the glue onto the pump or ball valve, so covered that with that's the old Coppins food bag that the stage 1 advanced stuff came in. But anyway, but yeah, I'm going to try and glue the T onto there. I've got my T and the rest of the ball valve up here. That's not glued onto that, but that's glued onto that, so I got to get that bit in there and then that bit on there, and then that can be screwed back in there, and then that's it. That's the hard bit done, and then all I've got to do is come from the top of this up to the UV, back out and back to the pond. So yeah, that's the hard bit done. If I can get this T lined up perfectly, if I don't, I'm really buggered. But as you can see, I've got my permanent marker line on there and all sanded ready to go, and I've got my permanent marker line on there. And as long as when that pushes in, I follow that line all the way down, then I'll be good. So I'll glue that on there first. I suppose I could glue the union to the bottom of that first. Either or, it doesn't really make a difference which way round I do it. But yeah, glue that on there, glue the top end of the union on the bottom of that, and then hopefully I can screw it back to the pump and job is a good one. So if I can get all this done today, if it works, if not I've got to buy a load more pipe and start all over again. But yeah, if I can get this done today, then as soon as I get back, because it's this weekend I'm going away, as soon as I get back from the weekend, I'm going to find the very first person that offers to help lift and pass me the window. I'm going to get that glued in, and then I'm going to fill the bloody pond up. Whoop, 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 whoop. Finally. Spin you around. There we go. So yeah, so that's what I'm up to today. Excuse the shoddy camera work. I can't see a blooming thing. Can't see you. Can't see me. It's too blooming sunny. What's she looking at? What's she looking at? What's she looking at? She's like, let me out, Daddy. No, you're getting in the way of the gluing. And we don't want glue in your fuzz. So yeah, that's what I'm up to today. I will try and get some more done and snap back to you in a bizzle. Oh, right then guys, looks good, got my fingers crossed, so we'll share this success or failure together and see if it works. I can't see a thing, so I'm pretty sure the phone is recording, because I don't want to have to do all this all over again. So yeah, let's spin you around without further ado and have a look what I'm doing. So the T is now glued on to that pipe. Taken the bracket off because that can't fall through the hole now. Yeah, T's glued onto that. The union is glued on to that, and we're all looking pretty good. No drips or anything in the way that side. Did have a bit of a run on that one, if it'll focus there, look. But it didn't dribble down the pipe because I caught it just before it started, so that'll be fine. But yeah, so that I'm hoping is good. It's certainly not leaking from this side, that's for sure. As you can see, plenty of glue on that one, but I didn't get any drips coming out of that one, so I'm hoping I've used enough glue. Just to show you, no, it was a damn good job I covered the pump and everything with this bag, because yeah, I don't know if you can make that out there, look, on the top all that glue ran off, so that was a good idea. Got a bin bag on the floor to stop it making a mess of the floor, because it's like vinyl flooring, and I'm pretty sure this glue will stick and melt to the vinyl flooring. Right, so that's all in. Without further ado, I'm going to pause it, find somewhere to put you, and we can share the success and failure to see if I can get that to join the two together. And if I can, we've got success. If we can't, I need to cut it out and start again. Oh, that would be my luck, the way this pond build's gone. As you all know, every step of the way, one hurdle after another. Not an easy build, this one. But hey ho, it was my own, typical. Right, I'm going to pause you here, find somewhere to put you, and we'll see if we can get this union on. There we go. Sorry if you guys are now a bit close up, but I needed to get in because I want to get this on. Right. So look at the threads. They are going that way, that way, that way, that way. Right. So it has got to be this way. Three. Right. One on. I've got one, okay. Now, to get that. Right, if I can just start this, I can then go out and level up the pipe. And bricks are holding it kind of level at the minute, but I've got a bracket that I can screw onto it. Oh, look at me, look, I think we're on. that'll just hold it in place. So I think we're on, and I think we're good. All I now need to do is make sure that is perfectly straight, basically. So I'm gonna get some tools, get me spirit level, and make sure the bottom of that is sitting absolutely flush with that by making sure that is straight. So I will crack on, get this done. So far we're at success, but I just need to make sure I can get that straight now, otherwise we're going to be leaking out of that one. But if I can get that straight, we'll be all good. I've got a few of these, hopefully, that I can clip to the old pipe rope, make sure they fit. Yeah, I need to check that yet. But yeah, I've got loads of these indoors, 10 of them, so we're not going to need 10, but go put the pipe in the right place, get it all spirit leveled, and then screw it to the wall. So I'll snap back to you once I've done that, and we'll have a look again. There we go, guys. Managed to get that in on there. I've put a bit of wood, as you can see, on there with a couple of L brackets, because I just could not get the screwdriver in between this gap. I mean, it's like 6 or 7 inches of gap there, so just couldn't get it in. And I've got a random L bracket. I've still got loads of them kicking about from the old pond, so I've put that in there to support the weight, that in there to support the pipe, so this now isn't going anywhere. And then I've got my 2-inch to, can't remember what that is, but just so I've got my pipe on there, so my flexi hose can go on there, and then that will pull out, go over the flexi hose and tighten up, because I've got a 2-inch flexi hose that might be 2-inch to 1.5 inches, I think. So yeah, reducing the flow a tiny bit, but what can you do? And then that will flexi hose back to the pond down that way. Got all the insulation in the way at the minute, so can't get down there. But yeah, so that's worked an absolute treat in there. That's where I'm up to. I have realised though that I forgot to stick a ball valve on this, so all I'm going to do is chop it off here, put the ball valve in there so I can actually get my hand to it, because if it was any further back down there I wouldn't be able to reach it. So I'll chop it off here, whack my ball valve in that gap, and then whatever offcut comes off there I'll stick back in the other end of the ball valve, because that line currently has no ball valve on it, and I want to be able to control the flow through this way, and then the bit through the UV, which will have ball valves on that. So that's where I'm up to, and I'm going to go make a start on the UV. Snap back to you in a second. So as a lot of you know, I've got the EA 55 watt UV, and I just wanted to give you a little bit of a tip for anyone that's going to be fitting one of these new Evo UVs from EA. The fittings, most people, most companies, and even most dealers will sell you a union to go in there, obviously a male union. Now the problem is the union size in there is 1.5 inch, so that's fine if you're running on 1.5 inch pipe. But if, like me, you want to run everything on 2-inch pipe, you would have to reduce that down to 1.5 inch on both sides, and then get a 1.5 inch to 2-inch step to then take it back to 2-inch. All well and good, but the flow through these things is not great anyway. I mean, the tube itself is only about 2-inch, but then you've got a 1-inch quartz sleeve running down the middle, so the flow coming through these isn't fantastic. So to reduce that even further by putting a male thread in there, which they're quite beefy, I would say you've probably got 1-inch hole then left within there when you put in the male thread. So one thing that Mark at Japan Koi Imports has said that I can do, and I'm going to try it and let you know how it goes, and obviously if it starts leaking all over the place, you know not to try it. But if it works, and works a treat, then you can always do it yourselves at home as well. But what he said to do is a 2-inch straight connector not the big beefy ones. These are the, I believe, the Cockney Koi ones. The bigger ones are actually ever so slightly loose, whereas these are a nice snug fit on there and on there. I mean, yeah, they do go on easy, but there's no wobble to them. So hopefully they'll glue on nicely. And what I'm going to do is solvent weld them straight to there, and then I'm going to put a tiny bit of pipe in there, and then put my either ball valve or demountable union just underneath here. So that way I'm not restricting the flow any more than what the thread already is in there. So yeah, that's my little tip on these EAUVs. I'm going to get this glued up, and you'll see how it goes when I start pumping water through it. There we go, guys, all glued on. It looks pretty good, it feels pretty good. Hopefully it'll work a treat. If it doesn't, that was an expensive trial and error, wasn't it? But he assures me it works, so there's a fair whack of glue on there, so we should be good. But yeah, so all gravy. Catch you in a bizzle. So yeah, that's about as far as I got. It keeps raining on and off now, so I will get the UV in another day when I'm not working. But yeah, so glad that's all sorted. Fingers crossed for no leaks, but we won't know until the pond's filled up. And the last job, all I've got to do then is get the window in. Where's my hand there? Get the window in here. So yeah, get in there. Da, da, da. Yeah, so again, thanks all for watching, guys. My name's Jamie, this is Keeping It Koi. Like and share the video, give us a thumbs up, that'll be fantastic, and we will catch you all on the next one.